I'm not going to change my tune. I'm going to predict by the end of the month, both Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson get new contracts from the team, each of which are slightly over $30 million per year. Sauce, Garrett, and keep them here for the next 4 to 5 years at least. I think Sauce, if I have to pick one of the two that happens first, I'm going with Sauce and then Garrett shortly after. I think both get done in July, really before training camp ramps up. Next prediction, I don't think there's going to be any other roster additions or moves of consequence. I don't think the Jets are going to make some trade for a veteran receiver or defensive lineman this month. I think when we get into late August, when we get into post preseason, when we get into the waiver wires, I could see a couple minor moves around the edges for veterans. I don't think we're going to see any of that in July. I think the only meaningful transactions we see in July from the Jets are focused around Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. I also think they get the Mason Taylor contract done and he doesn't miss any training camp. I know there's been that sort of weird glut around second round picks, but I am not flagging that as an issue to be concerned. I think as camp ramps up, Mason Taylor will be there. I think the Sauce situation will be getting handled. I think the Garrett situation will be getting handled. I think the Jets are going to let it play out with their current roster. They're going to hold on to guys like Lazard and Clemens at least for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And then we'll see what happens with veterans coming out of the preseason and the waiver wire. Yeah, I think in training camp, I know Will did a good job of knocking through a couple of breakout players to watch. I do think Thomas will look very good as a rookie. I agree with him on that. It's just too much size and athleticism not to have a few nice moments.